Hey guys, Kelly Nichols here. We are on day 4 of our challenge. Can you believe it's almost over? This has flown by. I don't know about you. But we already created some space in our morning routine, right? We gave ourselves an extra 20 to 30 minutes. So now we're spending 5 minutes of that meditating. And I would like for you to try on just 5 minutes of a sun salutation. So it's a really simple, easy yoga thing that you can try on, just a little yoga sequence. And it's great for so many things. It wakes the body up, it floods the body with oxygen through the deep breathing that we're doing. It primes your digestion with the various movements we're doing that sort of contract and expand all this abdominal region. It gets the blood flowing a lot better, especially to that abdominal region for our digestion. And it helps just move the spine through all these different motions, so it warms the spine up. And it's, some people say a healthy spine equals a healthy body, so we definitely want to pay attention there. And it is also great for relieving any stiffness in the joints and your muscles from sleeping overnight. So it's really simple. I'll show you a few modifications, and again, only take 5 minutes to do this. So then you still have an extra 10 minutes or longer if you gave yourself 30 minutes in the morning to just allow for that spaciousness of settling into your day. So ready to get started? We start standing, and you do not even have to have a yoga mat for this. You can do this easily just on your carpet. So I will do it a couple different ways so you see it both directions. So you're going to start in just a little Tadasana or mountain pose. Start to connect to the breath. So I'm just standing with my feet parallel to each other. They're close together. They could be all the way together, but if you find that a little too challenging for your balance, then just take them a little wider, maybe even hip distance apart. And I promise you, your hips are not as wide as you think they are, so it doesn't really have to be super wide stance here. So that you can see this from the side, it's going to look like this. And maybe it's a little bit more of a lift to the chest. We're slightly pulling in the belly here. Just a very slight tuck of the chin. Shoulders are drawing back. And ideally you want to be at about a 4 count inhale and exhale, so we're finding balance around the breath. Inhale, reaching the arms up overhead. You could even find a slight little back bend here. Again, I'm keeping the belly engaged. The back bend is optional, especially if you have low back issues, and maybe don't do this one, but it's definitely more of an upper back bend. So we're just lifting through the chest up and back a tiny bit. And then exhale, forward folding. So this could be a flatter back if you're not ready for that yet in the morning. Then instead you could come down for a little more of a rounded spine. Just gauge what feels best to you. Keep your movements slow and controlled. Then we'll inhale for a halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll inhale one more time, coming back to mountain. And exhale, fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Then exhale, we'll step the right leg back for a low lunge. So here the hands can stay grounded. I recommend that. You can even ground this back knee down if that feels better. So you want to try to keep the hips a little more forward, helping to open up the hip flexor here. You'll flatten the hands. You'll step back to a plank position. So you could be here or the knees could be down. And then here you will go through a low plank, so you'll hug the elbows in by your side, coming down toward your belly. You'll inhale for a little baby cobra. I like to keep the hands a little bit grounded here. You're still easing into the spine. Then exhale, you'll lift up and back for down dog. So if that doesn't feel good to you, if the hamstrings or calves are too tight, then you can modify and find a puppy. So hips are directly over the knees. You'll walk the hands out. You're still trying to press the chest down toward your mat or toward the floor. So that would be your modification. And then we'll switch sides. So we'll step the right foot forward, grounded lunge. inhale and exhale there. And then step to the top and you'll fold again. Just moving so that you can see me here. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. So you'll just repeat that. Inhale, lift halfway. And then step the left leg back this time. And then you'll step back to your plank, moving through that low plank. Inhaling for your little cobra back bend. Exhale, down dog. Stepping the left foot forward, low lunge. Step up and fold. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, fold. Inhale, mountain. Exhale, fold. Good. And so you'll just do that a few times. Just gauge how many times feels good to you. You don't have to move through it that quickly. You can stay in the poses a little bit longer if it feels nice to have that lunge, getting the hip flexors stretched there. So just play around with it, see what works for you. And yeah, have fun with it. Leave me a comment below if you have any questions on that sequence or just how that went for you. All right, thanks guys. Happy day 4.